Yo, welcome to Inappropriate Podcast, Funny Talk with Real People. I'm your host, Damien Mr. Inappropriate. I got
Mika, she's so fly.
Missy Monroe.
Tiger Escobar.
Yes, it's another edition. We are back at you. We appreciate all our viewers, all the feedback, all the love that y'all are showing us. Make sure you check us out on our YouTube page at Inappropriate TV 1. You can catch all our past episodes. Our Instagram, Funny Talk with Real People. Obviously, you are right now on our Facebook page, Funny Talk with Real People. Today, we're going to talk about how you lose yourself in others. And when I say that, I mean in relationships, and I don't mean just in love, sexual relationships. I mean in all relationships. Friendships. Homeboys, homegirls.
I was gonna say something inappropriate, not to interrupt you, but I have to, please.
Go ahead.
Well, Eminem said you gotta lose yourself in the music the moment. You gotta own it. I had to. I felt it inside of me. I had to give you Eminem.
You know what? High five on that.
You had to lose yourself in the music the moment you owned it, but not in other people. Don't lose yourself in other people, but the music in the moment.
But you know what? It happens.
Sorry.
It happens. It really does. Unfortunately, sometimes we are people pleasers. Mm-hmm. We want to keep people invested in us, so we kind of walk down to the tune of their drum instead of sticking to our own. And sometimes, you know what? Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a learning lesson. Maybe it's something that we can.
If there's growth involved.
If there's growth, yes, and very importantly.
Involved,
but if there is I lose me because I want to keep you, and I'm becoming a person that I'm really not comfortable being or happy with. That's not cool.
That's not healthy. It's not healthy.
Some
It's
people
not cool.
insecure in that way though. They want to change themselves to feel like they liked or something. They feel like themselves aren't good enough.
Okay.
So they want to become what they think the person wants them to be.
Absolutely.
That is true. I think that for some women, I think that they are told especially older women, they are told to be, how to be a good wife. You got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, you got to do that. And by doing so, those are things that they've been embedded in their head that they have to do, they have to do. So they become lost in the moments of being that person that their grandmothers was, or that their grandmother was. But that's not truly who they are. So you begin to do things that's just not you, and then years down, 11 years,
become bitter as hell.
Right, 11 years down the line, you realize it wasn't for you, and you get
that
divorced.
blueprint don't always work. Like you may be a good wife by your grandmother's standards, but your dude might not be a good husband.
Right. So you have to.
So now you're miserable as hell for no reason.
Or you might not be a good wife in the present state.
That's true.
By all terms and whatever.
Is there such thing as good wife, good husband?
Hell yeah.
I think that everyone has the potential to be somebody's good something. I think what may be good for you may not be good for me. Because you may want, and let's be honest, there are some women that want a man that is, hunky-dory, that's just better spoken, don't do anything, very mild, very meek, has his own. But then some women want that, myself. Yeah. I personally, myself, I need a man that's able to tell me when to shut up and when I'm doing wrong.
Shut the.
There's some women who need that.
I need that because I have a mouth, I talk, and I'm very opinionated.
I think there's
and
a
I have an
healthy
attitude.
balance that you need, but I think there definitely is a definition of good and bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
I personally.
There's some good things that men do.
Well,
and there's some bad things that they do.
But it varies from person to person.
Well, we have somebody chiming in.
Really?
Yeah,
he's itching to chime in. He's over there like,
and he knows about. He told me all about melanation, women's brains, and men's brains. This is Oswald.
That's the homie
Van Berry, Egbert.
Oswald Van Egbert Bunbury Jr. is my full. Go.
Wait, hold on. Say that shit again.
Oswald Van Egbert Bunbury Jr.
They fucked you up in grade school.
Well, that's perfect if you.
I go by Ozzy.
That's why
so
he go by
Ozzy
Ozzy.
is who I introduced myself as a young
At
kid. But when I
7
got
years
as an
old,
adult,
you was fucked up.
I had to say Ozzy, you know, that
gave
crazy.
him
That's
a
a different story.
successful
Like, you gotta look at your whole family tree like, nigga, really?
Yeah, I love it. I love it now because it made me want to become a neurobiologist.
You know what? That,
Wait, hold
that
on,
name
hold on.
They gave him
seems
a
like it has a
successful
title
name, but
behind
really,
it.
he's from the Porky Bean
You
Project
are
from
in-
Miami.
Neurobiologist.
So say that to me like I'm stupid.
Neuroscience is the study of the mind.
Okay.
Well, not just the mind, but the pathways. But biology is the main and the concentration of neuroscience. So what happens is I study the physical aspects of the brain. The neurobiology is the physical, how the brain operates, the neurotransmitters, the synapses, the axons.
Wow. So let me ask you a question, brother. Do you
He's
drink?
sitting next to a nail.
I drink, yes, sir.
Black
I would
excellence.
love to have a conversation
Black
with
excellence,
you
right?
after
Yeah, we can do that.
a bottle.
We can do that.
Well,
of course.
Because that conversation would
Probably
be
need two bottles.
retarded.
First of all, your mind is gonna be blown, and the next day your ass is gonna feel like you're a brain surgeon. But I'm having
Like you gonna reiterate everything he said.
No, he's gonna turn him in his own personal person. He gonna call him every day. Let him run his body.
Hey, can you tell me
Hey,
how
Ozzy.
this is happening?
Oh.
Is a neurotransmitter a
Man, I would bleed out of me like I'm rolling with
Then I just
Russ.
heard you. I just heard.
Yeah. What's wrong
You
with
gonna turn him
that?
into
It's fun.
You on his side?
So wait, are
That's
you
great.
are you
I've had
single,
him
married?
I've been married for 25 years.
Uh-huh.
I have 3 sons. I have a 21-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 9-year-old. Recently, when I say recently, like yesterday.
Like about last
yesterday,
week.
yesterday, my wife and I.
Sunday, Easter Sunday, honey.
Well, yeah. I went to for church for the first time in a while, but anyway, that's a different story. But Monday, I moved into my own apartment. My wife and I separated after 25 years.
Wow.
I was married. But it's good. The first time I left, the joke I say is I walked out in cuffs. This time I walked with a handshake and a hug.
Right.
So it's easier when you do it amicably.
So that's a good
the whole-
segue
right.
into losing yourself in someone.
Right. True.
Kind of give us your perspective on
How do you feel about the things
about
we've said so
what
far?
we've said.
Good parent, good spouse, good person. Separate entities.
Okay.
A good person, you do the right thing most of the time. You try to on a regular basis. Good people, a good person are not necessarily good parents or good spouses.
Okay.
So if somebody's a good parent, I judge them by their kids.
Right.
Good parents make good kids. If you're still parenting, then so be it. If more of the decisions made by that child is to the positive versus the negative, then good. And the older they get, the better decision you make, good.
Okay.
That's how they depend. Now, a good spouse, it's a different story. Good spouse is like she
glad
said,
you said
is
Yeah,
I've always said that.
good spouse is
Good
different
parent, good
because
spouse
what
is
is good for you,
Right.
her
It is.
may not be good for you.
Right.
Right.
And so what happens is though, men, I fell in love with my wife from we met in college. And I said to her, you can be my wife. And for 2 years I pursued her. She gave in and she lost herself in me.
Deep.
Give us
My
an example
my
of
doc-
her losing herself in
I have always challenged religion. I was for a long time considered
Well,
myself
religion
an
and
atheist.
science and all they don't match.
They do. I make it match now. My science makes me understand what the problem I really had was. You see what I'm saying?
Right, but so tell him how she lost herself in
Right.
Because I didn't know my wife was a Christian until 12 years into the relationship.
What?
And
Why
knew,
did that happen?
I promise.
How did you miss that?
I did not
Because she
I
was
was
too
maybe
so
she wasn't a-
She was doing everything
Everything
he wanted to do.
Absolutely.
That's what she was doing?
yeah.
She did everything.
As far as the religion is concerned,
Right.
Right.
she heard how vividly and
You were not necessarily against it, but how you
against
guys,
religion. Yeah, I was
Right.
against religion.
You were
I was,
against religion
and I was
in
harsh
that
on religion.
sense. I know.
You see
And
what I'm
so she succumbed to all that you
And she
wanted.
kind of sat back and didn't really say it, never really voiced her own personal.
Oh, she
spiritual
never
beliefs.
had a voice.
And I didn't know.
And not to be.
And I found it to be interesting because I didn't really care about the person's religious views, or just their particular views on certain
Well,
things.
now, okay, so she succumbed to your way of
Non-religious.
thinking,
Dominant
Right.
thinking, yes.
and you became the dominant figure.
Yes.
Now, do you fault yourself for not seeing signs of that?
Well, you know, traditionally, like they always say, like,
No. When I
the-
say
the
seeing
wife,
signs,
the wife caters to whatever the husband
Exactly.
pays.
no, they're
That's
listen.
a
I don't care
Real
how.
Christian.
Look,
She
I don't.
ain't she's not catering.
I don't care how
She's a
much
Christian
a
woman.
person can be demure. There are going to be signs of a problem somewhere.
There are, but
There were other problems
That's true.
that totally outweighed that.
Outweighed it. Okay,
So
no,
that
that's
was
what I'm
a-
saying.
that was
Like,
a- that was
because
a-
as men,
Right.
here's the thing, and it's no disrespect to women, but it's no disrespect to men. We hear differently. Like when you say to me, "You're not interested," I heard you're not interested yet.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
See, so now I lose myself in trying to make you interested.
And what do I
in-
hear when you say you're not interested?
You heard exactly what
No,
the
you
hell
are.
I just
I
said.
hate you.
I ain't interested.
It's worse than what we
But
said.
no,
It's
the
worse than what it
women
is.
women tend to internalize that. Like, what's wrong with me?
right. We take it like, well, what did I? Well, why
Right.
am
Why
I
you don't like
interested?
me?
What's wrong with my hair? Or what's wrong with my face? Or why he don't
And
like
then they're
me?
trying to fix something when
It's
when in
just
all
like, it's
reality
just not
there's
my type.
nothing to fix. The compatibility factor, if it's not 360 degrees and it's only 60 degrees, you have to be paying attention to the signs. Like I always say, you can drive around 285, but you're gonna get to your destination. But because you didn't pay attention to the sign, you missed your exit. Now you gotta go all the way around it to get back to
Right.
where you're gonna be.
But back to what Tiger
Especially
was
good
saying,
directions.
what Tiger was just saying, though, I definitely do agree with, is that women are, like he just said, we are bred to do certain things. Like back in the like now we are letting our kids be free spirit in a sense, but back when I was growing up at 11 and 12, you know, my grandmother was like, I need you to do this, I need you to watch this, and this is that, and the man is the head of the household, the man tells this, and the Bible, honestly, the Bible that I grew up on, it says that the man is the head of the household.
He's the head of the household.
Everything that he wants and he desires and he needs, the woman is to succumb to in her own manifested
Well,
way.
That's
today-
where I
You
falter.
never know.
Not necessarily falter, but that's where I think education takes in, and you start becoming different than your grandparents and your parents. Even
Spatial
my mom
temporal.
is spatial temporal, and my mom is completely different than I will be, because I will never be a Muslim if my husband wants to be.
Right.
That's
not my religion.
Because
that's not
back
who I am.
then,
that's
I
a
don't
disobedient
believe
wife
in.
back then.
Well, back then, yeah, and even today, to some standards, you're
Yeah.
disrespectful. But I'm sticking true to my beliefs, and this is what I believe. I'm not going to be a Muslim. I'm not going to be an atheist. I have my belief system. I don't even subscribe to a religion anymore. I grew up.
I'm
Baptist.
non-denominational, and I've
Yeah,
always been.
because
I'm
I
not
don't. I'm not
non-denominational.
subscribing.
What I will
subscribe
ask this,
to
and
it.
this is a hint, this is kind of a hit, but are we women, you and I, that are like this now, that are saying, I will not succumb to the ways of the man that I am dealing with. We will either become a partner in the partnership or we won't be anything.
You're smart.
Are we this way now? Because now we're the breadwinners for the majority.
I was about
Us,
to
we
hold on. I
are.
got
You're
to
smart.
A
digress.
lot
One
of times
second.
that's true though.
I was just, as you were talking about the man being the head of the household from the biblical sense and from whatever, the first question that had popped in my head, and I think it was derived from what you were saying, is today, if a man don't make the bread to be the head of the household, then he gets challenged in that, and it's a problem.
No,
but I don't think that the head of the house or the head of the family is determined by economics.
Well, I wasn't saying that. When
No, I'm putting that out there because it is a problem today.
Me myself, I got positive pride.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're the breadwinner
It
in the house,
depends
I
on-
gotta level up.
But it
I
depends
don't
on the
get down like
household.
that.
Every household is different.
You know what though? But a
Because
man,
Money, see,
money
the
doesn't
money
make
don't-
the
My
household.
problem with money has always been just that. When people use that tool
To
to determine a person's
and it shouldn't
And
be.
belittle you.
Worth or
position and
validity.
work.
Right.
Because do you
No.
understand? It's the tool. It's the tool to do things with. It's not to acquire.
and then we're not.
And
None of us
I-
are getting paid our worth.
I tell people what
My time is worth more than
Well,
what I ever.
I
get
am-
for sure.
whatever a person pays for, someone else gets for free.
Right.
You
But-
understand? Anything you know, and there's nothing on this planet that someone else gets for free that someone else does not have to pay for.
But women, people are different. People are bred different. People think differently. Me, myself, I don't care if I made $100,000 more than my man.
husband.
At the end of the day, if this is
If we're
my
working
man,
together,
I've
right.
made him my man, and he's made me his woman, he is going to be the head of my household.
Period.
Point blank.
And
period.
so I want to go back to what you said about whether we have this idea in our minds because we are providers.
But women
for
now are doing
No,
it.
I
Women
don't.
in my life have
Because
never
if
really
a
brought no money home. You feel me? It's always
that's
been me.
what y'all. I mean,
I
y'all
fucked up,
better.
America. I fucked
Yeah,
up.
right?
I mean,
I did. I'm
he's
still-
But wait,
a good man.
So then, let me propose this.
So
Do you think that, so he might not be an economical provider, but he is a spiritual provider in your home, or he is
ain't no spiritual provider. Go ahead.
Well,
really?
let me
So
tell-
then
no,
that's
let
why
me tell-
people follow the
No,
examples?
let me tell you
A
this.
good dad,
No,
a
I mean,
good
you can be
dad.
great.
No,
dude,
let me
though.
tell you this. Let me
Yeah.
tell you this.
You-
in terms of what she said about us being providers for our children
Stop
and
whispering.
ourselves. I'm not whispering. Anyway, cut that. 'Cause I'm gonna slap him.
Always whispering.
I'm not. In terms of her saying that, do we feel that way because we're providing for ourselves? No, because if a man came up and he was very wealthy and he was like, I'm a Muslim or I'm a Buddhist and you have to, and I would say, bye. I'm going to be me. I'm not going to convert.
Money
just
doesn't make
that doesn't
situations.
make
That
me.
depends
That
on the
doesn't-
person.
No.
I mean,
Absolutely.
depending on where you've been, depending on how you've been through life. What a man brings to the
Yeah.
table doesn't turn me on. And then I hate to be vulgar, but the money that he has in his pocket don't make my pussy wet at the end of the day. It doesn't. That's just how it is.
Well,
What makes
it
me
depends
wet?
on what night it is. It might make
Oh,
it
my
Okay.
But no,
It's a joke.
A lot of situations depend on what you're cool with.
it's what you're
It's
what
what you're
you're
cool
dealing with and what you want to deal
Right.
with. But
Why
back
was
to
a
the,
man head of household in the, like 2,000 years ago? Why do you think that?
well,
I'm
because
sorry.
you know what, back and I think the times are different. The reason why they were definitely the head of household because just that they were the providers of the entire
Testosterone
household.
and the ability to
They
Physical
were
labor,
they were
physically-
mentally the provider.
to
You know,
work.
back then when
Right.
your mother or your grandmother
Right.
said, "I'm gonna get your father," women
Back
didn't whoop their
then,
children.
when?
back
When do you
then.
mean back
But-
then?
but
When I
Yeah.
say I'm talking about 2000, see,
He's
the thing
talking
is,
about
during
Jesus time, AD,
during
before
that time
Christ.
period, as humankind has evolved,
Physically,
Yeah.
we have industrial revolution, the technology revolution, all these particular revolutions have created a situation where testosterone knows to do it all. So the
Right.
strength of it can't force your way into it. And that's why a lot of men nowadays have to realize that it's a shift in the power struggle.
It
right
is.
now.
It is.
Because
Yes.
women who have, like I said, I always talk about what myelination. Why? The white matter in the woman's
the
brain.
white matter in the woman's
process to be-
brain covers that matter that
No.
the
Don't you repeating
Well,
so
I-
women have more
We
myelination,
got more
the ability to
myelination.
process information faster.
faster than
So you
men.
have the ability also to activate more hormones that causes a
Well, my
quicker
personal
response
opinion
rates.
is men can be the home.
She activated her hormones really quickly because
But
she was
listen,
sudden.
what I said on when you post before, there was no career women 30, 40, 50 years ago.
No, there weren't.
You know, so they stayed in that lane. But I'm not gonna say it's a problem. You know, what I'm saying you're trying to bash me on the internet. But listen, the women's movement happened. So what they want to do, they want to prove they can be just as equal or better
He
than a
sounds
man.
like my son.
You know
This is
what
what
I'm
my
saying?
son
30,
said.
40, 50 years ago, there was no career women. They would stay at home women. Now they want to prove a
I
point.
don't.
I don't
And,
think what they
and,
want.
and, and going to what he's saying, a lot of men get minimalized and they cool with that. You know what I'm saying? They cool
They're
with getting taken care
with
of.
taking that.
And
passive
women are still
role.
trying to prove points. So, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
They're determined to be
That's
successful
true.
on their own without men.
I agree with
And
that.
some men
Because some were
grow up in that
forced.
generation, they're like, no, fuck it. Cool, take care of me. I'm with it.
Because some
You know
of
what I'm
a
saying?
lot of women were
Forced
forced,
to do
to
that.
do it. They
That's,
were forced.
that's true.
I think there
but-
was a time frame where women were really progressive, wanting to have that role where I want to be a professional woman. I
A
don't
lot
wanna
of
do that.
at-home women
They
weren't
had, but a lot of times
treated
when
the
the
best.
war happened,
Exactly.
too, women had to go to work.
Exactly. The thing, what you just said there, a lot of at-home women that had men that were dominant in their household, took care of their household, had the mindset of the rap song that came out, have as many bitches as you can afford. Excuse my language, but that's what it was. So by saying that, when men that were the dominant ones in their household, they had multiple women. Women had to now then make a decision. Do they want to continue being part of that multiple, or do they want to be on their own? And in order to stand alone, they had to get jobs. They had to build their bank accounts. They had to become
I mean,
dependent.
you hear it all the time.
So they
how many
had to
times
do all of those
women say,
things.
I'm not gonna be like my mother. my grandmother,"
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly. Or just what you just said, they watched their grandfathers with multiple girlfriends or girls on the side,
I've never
and they
seen
said to
that,
themselves, "I will never be
Real
this."
talk. Yeah.
Or
It is.
or
It
the
is.
downside, you have women, you have mothers like Eve Bayou. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
She's, or even the movie with Tyler Perry, Why Did I Get Married?
Yeah.
Or was it Why Did I Get Married? When Lynn Winfield was in there and she was like, basically saying take the ass beating because he was rich, just be with
I'm
him.
saying, yeah.
It's what
Yeah,
we
but
go
that's what their mind frame
That
was
wasn't
back
bred
then.
in them,
That's what they go through. But men that are on the flip side of that, I think some men emotionally deal with being lesser in the home differently than others. If
Some
you
men aren't gonna have that.
But
here.
if you're a man that is doing what you can, you're putting forth your best effort in the home, and you're doing everything that you can mentally and physically do, and your woman or your wife is belittling you,
supporting you.
then she has a problem.
she got a
Now,
problem.
it's up to you to take that belittling and reverse it, and tell her who you are and what you are, and you're not going to take that bullshit.
Are y'all like looking into my windows at night?
She's.
Because I'm feeling some kind of way right now
Right.
because I've lived
I
that.
saw you
That
say
type,
that to
that type of
moment.
thing
I
can
saw
normally
you.
come from somebody on the womanly side of that girl growing up. Just
Yeah.
hearing that
Someone
shit
has
over and
integrated
over
that in
and
her
over
that a
again.
man has to do this and he has to do this.
That-
and there's
I grew
no
up seeing women
support.
get misused, you know what I'm saying, a lot. So I didn't want to be like that growing up, you feel me? So, but then, like, if I was a girl, which I'm definitely not, they would have maybe embedded that in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the man ain't shit mentality and
Yeah,
all
right.
that. Woo, woo,
And
woo,
that's
we
a
need
big-
man.
that's a
That's
big
not
problem.
cool.
Well, the
Yeah, that's
women
a
need to
problem.
stop. I mean,
Women need to
but
stop
that's what the
belittling men.
generations
Facts.
before used to tell you. Because I'm not gonna lie, I had the same scenario the other day on Easter, where I was at my friend's house for Easter, and I rode with Jimmy, and he said, well, he rode with me, and he said, well, I'll drive my car because if you're not ready to go, then we don't have to leave. But we rode together, and when he was ready to go, I said, I have to go. And my friend's aunt said, she's older, she said, no, you tell him. And he said, no, all she had to do was drive her car and it would be fine. No, you, and she took me in the corner and she said, you rule. But that's their mentality. It's like, but I'm not opposed to working with someone. I said, we'll drive together, and I agreed that if you're ready to go, we'll go. And when he was ready to go, I was ready to go because I want to work with him. And I want to say, okay, this was the agreement I made. And she told me,
The
Why-
bottom
why
line
is
is,
it an
women
agreement?
need
I hate to stop all this because it's fantastic, but we are running out of time. And
well, before we
Okay.
do, I definitely wanted to say this, but it is very important, and I'm going to say this to every lady that's out there. They need to understand this. I don't care if it's your son, your man, your side piece, the person that you like. You have to understand respect for man.
Respect.
Bottom line, and no matter what that man does or not do in your home, if that's your man, if
still
you
have to
don't give
respect
him
him.
the utmost respect, and if you don't treat him with the utmost respect, then you definitely can't expect anybody else to. And the man, regardless of how you look at it, the man is the head of the situation.
respect these nuts.
You
That's
have
what
to.
I'm saying.
You have to.
Stop.
When you walk with
stop
a man,
emasculating.
when you walk with a
Oh,
man,
Yo, I love
She walks
you.
on
I
the
love
inside
you. But
all
I'm
the
saying
time.
respect these
Right.
nuts.
he,
But
Look,
man, step up, put your pants on.
Thank
Thank you. Put your
Quit
pants
wearing
on.
skirts, man.
Stop wearing
Look,
skirts and
big
panties.
this
Wow.
has
Yeah.
been Inappropriate Podcast, Funny Talk with Real People. As always, you know, we bring some controversial stuff to this game. Thank you, my man Ozzy,
Yo, no
for
fucking
stopping
problem.
Thank you, Oswald,
My chick.
Van Amber,
Thank
Banbury,
you.
This nigga got a name with good credit. I swear to God.
He's an awesome name, like with the title behind it. It's amazing.
So, ladies,
He's surprised at every interview
he's
where he
recently
walks
got
in.
his own crib. He got the waterbed and everything. He's ready to throw down and
Strobe lights.
yeah, he got strobe lights. He got mirrors on the ceiling.
so you cut me off to do all of this.
I'm just trying to
We're
get him some
done,
pussy.
ladies
I'm
and
trying to
gentlemen.
get him
We're
some
trying to say
pussy.
some
I was trying to tell.
He's trying to
I'm
get
trying to
him
help.
vagina.
Look, he's trying to help me, and I like him, and he cut me off.
I'm
I'm
Y'all
trying
have
to
a
help
wonderful
him.
day.
Cause
Yes.
see, I'm gonna live vicariously
And-
through him.
Tiger says, "Men, put your pants on, and you need to.
Put your
All
pants on.
Women,
men
put
need.
your wear skirts and you don't have to wear panties.
Yeah.
See, this is
And
that.
don't
This
put
is
the pants on. You gotta hop up and down and wiggle. And shit.
No, not
Put your real
pants.
pants on.
Oh yeah. Put your real pants on,
Do
man,
that
like
out here.
slacks with Oxford shirts.
They just
and
need to
women with
understand that they
skirts on.
don't have a dick, they have a pussy, and it's just real talk. You
On
can't
that
steal
note-
stuff.
Women.
Understand it.
On that note, we are
She's
going to
done.
see y'all next week. I'm Damien, Mr. Inappropriate. That was Mika
Niggas,
So
she's so far
Fly.
left, missing.
That was Missy Monroe, Tiger Escobar,
Alpha
my man
male.
Ozzy.
Alpha
Yo.
male, Tiger Escobar. Get it right.